what can we expect in between the release of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4? Surprisingly enough, at the time of recording, it's been almost 2 months since Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 has been released. The fact that the game company, Mob Entertainment, was able to keep up the excitement for so long is impressive, but it was definitely worth the wait. Chapter 2 came out on May 6th, 2022, which means that we had to wait well over a year to see Chapter 3 come out. And to be fair, they kept us engaged with a huge bulk of content before the release of the game. The most obvious is Project Playtime, which released in December of 2022, and the game absolutely blew up in popularity. It's a multiplayer that allows you to play as an employee who has to complete tasks while running away from toys. Or you can play as your favorite toy, who gets to hunt down as many humans as possible. The game is also filled with lore that kept fans busy with solving the mystery of the game. Before this, they even released an ARG to promote Project Playtime. It was Rowan Stoll's computer database, which followed the story of Rowan, an employee who discovered the secrets of Playtime Co. and vowed to expose them, but ended up getting eaten before he could do anything. This ARG not only promoted Project Playtime, but introduced a fan favorite, Boxy Boo, a character that could only be accessed in this game. Following that same strategy, Mob Entertainment decided to release a Chapter 3 ARG which teased out the story of Catnap, a new villain that would reign supreme in the next installment. Through documents and images, we learned about Catnap's origin story as an orphan who befriended the prototype and idolized so much that he became his god. The company also made videos and posted them to their YouTube channel, providing further context to the world of Playtime Co. This collection includes Huggy Wuggy's escape, Kissy Missy's attack during the Hour of Joy, and the transformation of employee Thomas Clark into Brawn the Dinosaur. And as of recently, Mob has already released another game after Chapter 3, Poppy Playtime Forever, a non-canon Roblox addition to the franchise. On top of this, Project Playtime may or may not get new updates. If it does, we could be introduced to new skins, features, and perhaps much lore which could reveal a lot about the franchise. We can also expect more YouTube videos to be posted, providing us with more information about Playtime Co. We will most likely hear from new employees and also learn about the fates and backstories of some toys. Hopefully, we can see some restricted VHS tapes regarding the smiling critters, since not all of them were able to make an appearance in Chapter 3. So when will the 4th chapter come out? If Chapter 3 took almost 2 years after Chapter 2 and the game is only getting bigger and better, then should we expect a longer gap? Like 3 or even 4 years? This might not be the case, as Mob doesn't have as many projects developing simultaneously with the next chapter. For example, they don't have to worry about creating Project Playtime or Poppy Playtime Forever, so they'll have much more time to focus on Chapter 4, shortening the overall development period. On their Twitter, Mob clarified that Chapter 3 had an 8-month dev cycle, so we can expect Chapter 4 to have a similar one. The developers have also made a lot of statements regarding development. About a month ago, they confirmed through their Discord that they aren't taking a break and moving on to the next project right away. They even confirmed having concept art ready for an important character in Chapter 4. This could possibly be an enemy or maybe a toy that'll help us, like Dog Day in Chapter 3. If you want more information on these specific details though, you should check out Internet Inferno's video, confirmed release dates and leaked details. While it's great that Mob Entertainment is confirming all of this progress for Chapter 4, it's probably best not to strictly adhere to a fixed date for the release. Chapter 3, which was supposed to come out in December of 2023, was delayed a little over 4 weeks in 2024. The main reason being that the game wasn't ready. And by the way, a huge amount of props for Mob delaying their game, ensuring that the best product comes out. It would have been much easier to rush the game out, ultimately leading to multiple issues and bugs that would need to get fixed. Although this decision upset some fans, it was definitely a smart decision in the long run. With all of this information, it's possible to conclude that Chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime will probably come out mid-2025, the latest being the end of 2025, although it's still not confirmed. So what can we expect to happen in Chapter 4? For starters, we'll definitely learn about Kissy Missy's attack. Both the player and Poppy are unable to see who it is, but there have been a lot of theories about what could have happened. It's speculated that it's the prototype himself going in for another kill after getting rid of Catnap, possibly using parts of Kissy Missy to assemble a new body for himself. She could have also been attacked by multiple creatures like the ruined critters, but others believe that this could be the unknown enemy that we will encounter in Chapter 4. Poppy states that Catnap is the last enemy the prototype has put in our way, meaning that we could face him next, but she was caught off guard when she heard Kissy's attack, so maybe the prototype has another trick up his sleeve, a secret weapon that we'll have to defeat. In Chapter 4, we might also get to spend more time with Poppy throughout the game and traverse the factory with her. So far, it's been surprising that we haven't seen much of her in the game, and descending down this lift with her could imply that we will be going deeper into the factory together. It's also likely that we'll learn about new locations in the factory. For example, the labs are still a mystery, yet an extremely important place when it comes to Playtime Co. It's where all of the bodies were created, and it's served as a prison. It will probably be a place we'll have to explore in the next chapter. It's also certain that we'll learn about Ollie, a mysterious character who talks to us through the phone and guides us throughout Playcare. We'll find out once and for all if he's evil and or a voice mimicked by the prototype. While there is a chance he could be innocent, his added dialogue at the end of Chapter 3 makes him sound really suspicious and insincere, stating that we should feel good about ourselves for what happened to Catnap. He also urges us to continue on, as the win is ours. In Chapter 4, we might be able to find out Ollie's true identity and learn about his motives, which could possibly be evil. It's also possible that Chapter 4 will have cameos from previous chapters. For example, it isn't confirmed that Dog Day is dead. He ended up being possessed by the ruined critters, but when we escaped him, a door shuts in front of him, implying that he could still be alive. A character like Huggy Wuggy may also return. We didn't see what happened to him after he fell down the catwalks, and blue scratch marks can be seen throughout the factory in Chapter 2, so he could very much still be alive, especially since we keep seeing cardboard cutouts of Huggy in Chapter 3. The developers of the game purposefully kept him as a presence throughout the game. Any new characters that will be introduced to in extra contents before the release of Chapter 4 will likely be in the game. The ARG that came before Chapter 3 wasn't just for promotion, but also introduced Catnap into the game as the main villain. So we'll likely be introduced to the villain of Chapter 4 gradually through videos and documents, unless it's the prototype himself. He will probably be the final chapter of the game, since he's the big bad of the whole franchise. But it's still unsure if Chapter 4 will be the final chapter. Nonetheless, fans are still impatiently waiting for the next installment of Poppy Playtime and what it will have in store for us. But what are you guys looking forward to seeing in the next chapter? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and click on this video right here.